Hello Jet Setters, I'm Jeb Brooks from greenergrass.com. I'm in Salt Lake City. I need to make my way back to Atlanta, so I'm flying with Delta in a 767-400. It's been retrofitted with their newest cabin. I'm about to check out their newest Sky Club, the biggest in the world, as a matter of fact, for the first time. Join me, let's get into it.
In the last video, we explored the world's newest hub airport here at Salt Lake. If you haven't seen that one, be sure to check it out. It's part of my Airports Revealed series. There's a link in the description. But for now, let's head up there.
This is the largest and newest Sky Club in the Delta system.
At 28,000 square feet, this club is bigger than 11 average-sized houses in the United States combined. It has 2 food stations that overflowed with individually packaged food. There were 2 full-service bars, although only one was open during our visit. There are 5 self-service coffee stations, high-speed Wi-Fi, power outlets at nearly every seat, panoramic views, and even a fireplace. But by far, my favorite part was the sky deck, which offers sweeping views of the airfield. Of course, these are strange times for any airline lounge, but I can't wait to return and check this out again once things have returned to a sense of normalcy. But it was time for us to head downstairs and get on board the 767-400 that would carry us back east.
Am I the only one that absolutely loves that new airport smell? Leave a comment, let me know.
As we waited to board, I thought a little bit about the trip ahead of us. Today's flight from Salt Lake City International Airport to Atlanta's Hartsfield-Jackson International would take about 3 hours, traveling at 39,000 feet and more than 500 knots. The latest aircraft in the Delta fleet to receive an upgraded cabin is Delta's 767-400. I was originally scheduled to fly this to Santiago de Chile, but then, well, 2020. Boarding Delta One is always exciting. It's Delta's international business class and is available on board 757s, 767s like this one, A330s, and A350s. Sadly, the 777s will have left the fleet by the end of October 2020. Thanks to the unusual schedules this year has created, it's possible to find this configuration on routes like this one from Salt Lake to Atlanta. But as you can see, the old cabin in Delta's 767-400 was getting tired and was really due for replacement. This clip is from a trip I took from Atlanta to Honolulu last year, just before my 3rd trip with United Airlines on their world-famous island hopper. And speaking of United Airlines, they're the only other U.S. carrier to operate the 767-400. I flew in one of theirs last year on a flight to Munich. They offer a somewhat unusual 2-1-2 configuration. Their seats are 20.6 inches wide and 75 inches long, a little bit smaller than Delta's. See, Delta chose to use a 1-2-1 configuration for the 767-400, and there are 40 Delta One seats that are 20.5 inches wide and 77 inches long in this cabin. So that means Delta offers you a 1 extra inch of pitch over United on this aircraft type. It's worth noting there really aren't any great seats for couples on this plane because they're all so enclosed, but if you do want the most privacy you can get, choose an even-numbered seat on the window, like I did. The seat includes a large in-flight entertainment screen, legroom that just goes on for days, a sort of compartment with plenty of storage up here, along with the seat's various controls. Headphones are provided for use while on board. There's a universal and 2 USB power ports. Passengers are provided with a sanitizing wipe to further clean the seat beyond what Delta does between flights. There are seat adjustments here as well, which can be used when in the fully flat position. There's a light. Ordinarily, pre-departure beverages, or PDBs, would be here. I supplied my own bottle of water. There was more than enough room for carry-on baggage up here, even when the cabin is full, which was the case on our flight. Finding space for carry-ons is almost never a problem in Delta One. It's important to note that air on board the aircraft moves downward and is cleaned every couple of minutes, reducing the risk of the spread of particles. Put simply, air travel is a safe mode of transportation. I noticed the crew rest. On longer flights, that seat is reserved for one of the pilots during his or her break. There are always at least 2 pilots in the cockpit. On those long flights, there are usually 3 pilots that come along. This shorter flight didn't require that, so they all stayed up front during the flight. Soon, the jet bridge was pulled back, and we were taxiing out for departure.
Expecting an on-time arrival. Weather in Atlanta is quite nice with mostly sunny skies, some mixture cloud layers here and there, temperature about 70 degrees and a very light variable wind there. So, nice afternoon in store. Welcome aboard. Once again, sit back, relax, and enjoy the trip.
We were delayed for a mechanical issue, which was resolved in about an hour. Thankfully, it meant I got a little bit more plane spotting in. And then we were off. I settled in, opened up the medium-sized tray table, and turned on a documentary about international power structures. The moving map feature on this system is excellent, but live TV is not available because this aircraft is usually flying internationally and out of reach of those satellites. As I shared in a previous video, Delta's first class is not what it used to be. I'm working on the comparison video and look forward to showing you what other airlines are doing as well. If you haven't yet, please do subscribe and ring the notification bell so you don't miss new content. I'm back to a regular publishing schedule, so I'm looking forward to bringing you even more. 2020 has been quite a year, and the wildfires we encountered on our trek back east were an indication of just how much devastation has occurred in the western United States. We were flying over Denver, and I decided to check out the fully flat bed. It was a bit narrow, and if I had the choice between Delta One on a 767 or an A350, I'd pick the A350 every time. But the real star of the show, even better than any lie-flat seat in the sky, were these views. So much attention has been focused on negative aviation news this year. I'm pleased to say it isn't all bad. Salt Lake City opened a new airport. Delta introduced the largest Sky Club in the world. And domestic passengers can experience the newest version of the Delta One seat right here in the US. It's easy to hang your head and bemoan all that's gone wrong this year, and yeah, there are a lot of reasons to be sad. But we each get an unknown number of years on this earth, and I hope you'll join me in seeking out the good in each and every one of them.
Between now and the next time, see you in the sky.